RDAs, venting, and vaping. Oh my. What's going on, everybody? You already know, but I'll say it again. It's Mike from Valley Vapors. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about some shit that happened a couple weeks ago. I couldn't make a video last week due to personal reasons. Sorry about that, everybody. And I want to show you some RDAs, show you the differences between them, and why I think some may be better than others, but those same reasons may be why you think the ones I think are better are not better. Either way, it's all subjective. So, I wanted to go ahead and get the talking portion, the what I wanted to talk about out of the way first. I'm sure you already heard a dude decided to run, I believe, a Nemesis with a hybrid top cap on like the old school like Trustfire EFES style battery, Trustfire, I think, and decided to put an Atlantis on it. This was in LA. What happened was, whenever he did so, one, unsafe battery for anything sub-ohm, doesn't matter what it is, just anything sub-ohm. Two, hybrid top cap, no top pin, so direct contact onto the battery. Three, the Atlantis, which is a sub-ohm tank. No matter what it is, all that matters is sub-ohm. Now, why that's bad, other than the fact that his blew up like a pipe bomb. There was shit sealing, burned his hands, and all that kind of shit. What he did, essentially, was when he used that hybrid top cap with a tank and an unsafe battery. I'll use this K-Fun here. You got your pin in here. This little scroodly thing, your pin. That's your positive. That's what makes contact with the positive of the battery, runs up to your posts, and that's what heats your coils. The base and everything that is not that little screw in the center is a negative. So what he ended up doing, without having a pin that was made to only make contact with the center pin of the tank in this case, what happened was he hit positive and negative, which based on that 0.5 ohm coil tried to pull the equivalent of about 30 watts out of that battery that was not even capable of doing anything close to that. It's just an unfortunate issue where, oh, I can do whatever I want. This shit's safe. It's safe if you're not a dumbass. So, long story short, anymore, because of recent issues and recent, stuff that I've been testing out and trying, don't put a freaking sub-ohm tank on a mech. Just don't do it anymore. There's only one that I would think would be okay, maybe two, but even then, just avoid the risk entirely. Don't be dumbasses. Don't do anything that you know isn't safe. If you want to run anything sub-ohmed, get a safe battery, a high drain battery. High drain, big key. 35 amps or higher is preferred, but the VTC4s that were 30, still good. Either way, high drain, high amperage limit, you'll be okay. Just don't fuck up. Anyway, want to go ahead and go into the next part, so here we go. Alright, next portion of the video, you probably ain't gonna see my face, you're just gonna see my hands and shit. And vape, of course. What else? I'm going to show you 4 different RDAs. We're going to have the Mutation X. We're going to have the Bal Ball, however you'd like to say it, the El Diablo Bal Ball. This doodly thing. We're going to have the Legion, this Boba Fett looking thing. And we're going to have the Derringer. So I'm going to show you the differences between those. I'm going to go ahead and take the caps off of all of these so you can see them. And the main reason I want to do this is now that more and more people are starting to drip, I want people to know what they're looking into, what they're options are going to be, the differences between them. So, let me get all of these apart, get them where you can see them. I can usually take those mutations off pretty easily. It's so pretty. It's making a line. This bowel's a little tougher to get off. There you go. And then the lead. Okay. So, 4 different RDAs, many different ways that they can be used for your vaping pleasure. Okay, so first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something like the Derringer. Now, the Derringer is a super tiny, it's the smallest one out there as of right now. Not counting the 510 connection, it's only as tall as a US penny. So, you're going to have a 3-post RDA. Your outside posts are going to be negative. That's going to stay the same to all of these. Then your center is going to be your positive. You want to look at the depth of the juice well. If I can get this where it's not going to shine like crazy in your faces. Deeper well, of course, is going to mean you can hold more wicking material and or more juice. That's up to you. I like this style, but I do have something that is more preferred. With this Derringer, you get an airflow control ring, which just slides over the top here. It's set up for single or dual, and then you just line up their flow with this here. Now, another thing about this one is any standard 510 drip tip will fit in here. No chuffs, which are like what I have. Anything like that won't fit. So you can either go straight like this, or you can use a drip tip. It's up to you. Super tiny, great for flavor, produces good clouds, but it's not gonna be the biggest cloud chaser. Bye-bye Derringer, set it off to the side. Another form of the 3-post system is this bowl here. Is you have a really, really deep juice well. You could swim in this thing in the summer if you wanted to. It's going to have flathead screws opposed to the Phillips head on the Derringer, and 3-post, of course, positive and your negatives. Now, the one thing about the 3-post design is if you want to run dual coil, you either need to do a sleeper or continuous, which is where you wrap a coil, you have a really, really long lead on one side, stick it through and build the other coil without clipping. So it's all one big coil. Just 2 on each side. 1 on each side, sorry. So sometimes building can be a little bit more difficult with this style if you want to go for those big, beefy dual coils. But still awesome. In this case, it comes with adjustable airflow. This one's getting up there, and the amount of airflow that you can get. Comes with this cap here. As you see, you can either run single coil or dual coil mode. And you can close it off if you decide, like that. Have it however you want. You can adjust it. It's going to come with its own chuff style tip here. Awesome. More airflow. And you can drip directly down in there. As you can see everything. My preferred style of post is going to be like this Mutation X. It's 3-post, but it's a dual center. You have 2 holes in the center post. I much prefer this style. It's a lot easier for me to build. I feel like I can make better coils on this. This is just the way that I prefer. Now with this, the center, as I said, there's 2, but if you look down in there, you can see it's comes from 1 post. This is your positive, these are your negatives, of course. This one has a really deep juice well as well. But the Mutation X is known for, if nothing else, its airflow. It has 9 airflow holes on each side, staggered like this. They like to think that this will cause it to vortex, which will tornado up as you inhale, give you better vapor, more vapor, and overall a better experience. Now it does have these blade style airflow adjustment. Again, you can run single with just this one enclosed on the other side, or dual with both of these open. And as I said, with this being the dual center post style, to me, dual coils or go home on this. For me, my style. Slides right on, comes with its own chuff, or you can put something on there. I don't know what you'd fit other than this, but you could try. Either way, that one's off to the side. Now, crazy one. Something that was really freaky whenever I first saw it. This is the Legion. This is getting into some very interesting style post. This is going to have one single hole for the center post and two on the negatives. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes to work with. I have built 8 coils on this thing. My preferred to build on here is going to be quad vertical coils, so I'll have a vertical here, vertical here, vertical here, and vertical here. This one's trickier to work with. It definitely is, just because of how much you can do with it. One thing that I'm not the biggest fan of is they have these Allen style little screws. The Allen wrench style, you need to use an Allen wrench or screwdriver with the attachment, something of that sort. I much prefer Phillips head screws. However, this thing goes. This thing is awesome. You can build whatever your imagination can come up with. If you have the ability and the patience to do it, you can probably do it on this thing. I've thought about doing 16 just for shits and giggles. Just don't have the time and don't really know if I want to take that much time putting one of those in here, because I won't vape it much. But either way, this one's going to have a nice juice well as well. And there's that well as well again. On this one, the airflow, they went for more of an aesthetic look. This Legion looks like a knight's helmet. A lot of people say it looks like Boba Fett, which I think so. For all of you that are out there cringing because I say Baba instead of Boba Fett, deal with it. Say it how I want. But with this one, the airflow is going to be more constricted. It's going to be a lot hotter. With this, it's a 510, or you just go straight like this. You can't fit a chuff. It's just the way that it is. I've seen people will Dremel out the eyes on this thing to get more airflow, which I don't think is a bad idea. I just don't have the skills and abilities to get in there and do that comfortably. But either way, that is the fourth Addy that I'm going to show you in the final one. So as you can see, every RDA is going to be just a little different, which is why there's so many of them out there. Just depends on what you like. I personally like the dual center post style with the deep well. This troll face, love it. See if you can't see the build in here that I have. Let me turn on the yellow light. It's nasty. There you go. I have a 22-28 twist. Ran, I believe, 7 wraps on each one of these things. And what I did is, instead of the left negative going into the left positive, I skipped over to the right. It doesn't matter. They are both positive on that center. So you have a lot more options with something like that. But it's however you want to do it. Like I said at the beginning, Subtank, Nautilus, Joytech, Delta 2, don't matter what it is. If it is a sub-ohm Clearo, a sub-ohm tank, don't run it on a mech. And if you're going to, be safe, use the right battery, make sure the pin in the mod will only hit the pin on the tank. Don't do anything that you think is going to mess it up, because chances are, if you're nervous about it, it will. RDA-wise, many different styles, just like mech mods. They all do the same thing, but there's a lot of different styles to them, a lot of different ways that you can adjust the pens, a lot of different ways that you can do this and that. So outside of all of this good shit, big announcement, big one, big news. You already know about the new channel that I'm going to be making. It's the Vape Review. I have my schedule down, I have my format down, and it is starting this week. So what I'm going to do is I will probably record right now after this. Actually, I've been recording for about 30 minutes here. And I'll have 2 videos to edit today. Yay! Because I don't like to do anything too far in advance, because things happen on the fly all the time. So I record these on Sunday mornings, as you know. I edit them and I get them up on Sunday afternoons. With the Vape Review, I think I will be recording 1 day early on that. So if they're coming out on Wednesdays and Sundays, I will probably be recording on Tuesdays and Saturdays. But either way, I'm going to do a longer Vape review than normal for this first one. I'm going to cover this entire week of reviews from, I'll just probably pick 3 at the top, pick one of each video, 2 of each video, doesn't matter. But Vape review is coming, and it's coming now. Go over to the new channel. I'll put the link in the description once I have it up and running and everything up to speed. So go check it out. You subscribe here, you like here, you comment here. Love your comments. Keep them coming, guys. And go do the same over there. And I'll love you forever. It's okay. That's a great thing. So, either way. Anyway, from all of us here at Valley Vapors, as always, keep calm and vape on, everybody.